Well, welcome everybody to the LifeVantage Opportunity Webinar. We are Dr. Dondee and Marci Nettles, and we are super excited to be your hosts for tonight. Our goal is this. It's super simple. We want to share with you some information. Neither one of us have a sales background. We're not here to convince or sell. We are just here to share, because sharing is caring. And the information that we give you tonight is completely up to you in what you do with it. But I will tell you this, after we share this information, you'll never be the same, because you can no longer be ignorant of what you're going to share. There will be a responsibility. So let's just kind of tell you how we came to be your presenters tonight. Again, I am Dr. Dondee Nettles, my beautiful wife, Marci. I was a family wellness chiropractor for many years, which extended outside of my ability to see patients in my office. I wanted to do something more, so I took an invitation to be an AM talk radio host. And so my objective was to help people become, one, more educated, empower them to make a difference in their own lives and the people that are in their sphere by educating them on alternatives that would give them more options to lead a happier, healthier life. And it was wonderful. It was wonderful up until fatherhood entered into the picture. And even then, it was still wonderful. But I had a choice. I had to choose to be a father or choose to be an educator / family wellness doctor. And one of them won out. I wanted to be home with my children, but I was serving the 350 to 500 patients a week that came through my practice. And it was wonderful, but I always had this pull and push. I wanted to be more present. I wanted to be a present dad, not an absentee dad. And when I saw the information that we're going to share with you tonight, it gave me an option I never saw, that I had the ability to do both, to tap into my passion to educate people and empower them to live a higher caliber of life, but I could do it from home while being a father. And it changed everything for me. It allowed me to serve both of those purposes, allowed me to meet the most beautiful human being that God ever created in my beautiful wife, Marci. And it's allowed us to be now stay-at-home parents, stay-at-home grandparents, and global entrepreneurs. And you are in our office with us right now.
You are. And for me, guys, it's just the opposite spectrum from Dondee. I wasn't a doctor. I wasn't an entrepreneur that I knew of back then. I was actually a police officer. I was a police officer for almost 10 years. I loved it. I loved being able to do good for other people. And I got paid well with the agency that I worked for. But what I didn't like about it is that when I went through the police academy, my kids were only 6 and 9 at the time. So I had to make a lot of the tough decisions that many of you make every single day. And that's, when do you go to work to be able to earn the money to pay your bills? And when do you get to be the parent, the reason why you had kids in the first place, right? So I chose to work graveyards the majority of my career. That allowed me to be home when my kids got home from school. But what it didn't allow me to do was be fully present, because I was always exhausted. And so I still feel like I missed out on the majority of their growing up years. I also learned really hard in 2009 that anytime that you have to give your time before someone else will value it and then sign a paycheck so that you can pay your bills, you're never fully in control. And what happened was, back in 2009, I was in a car accident on duty that ended my career just like that. I hadn't planned on it. I didn't give permission for it, but it happened. I ended up with a brain injury, several herniated discs that required surgery, and on impact, my career was over, which meant the way I earned money to pay my bills was gone. I also was having difficulty with my brain injury, so communication was a problem. I went through a divorce of a marriage that was already struggling. I lost a house. I also started down this downward spiral into depression because of all the loss that I was experiencing. And I was on prescription medication that said may cause suicidal tendencies. So the entirety of my circumstances ended up in 4 suicide attempts. Before a dear friend of mine saw this information and thought of me, she thought, what if these products could help Marci with the problem she's facing? What if she could get purpose again? And when I saw it, that's exactly what it did, is it gave me hope that there was purpose for me and that I could get my body and my mind working again. And my product story is phenomenal. I'll share it with you sometime. But right now I want to tell you, it has given me the best opportunity to meet some of the most amazing people, including my husband. He already said we met in this opportunity, but we actually get to build this internationally from home with the most amazing group of people. And who knows, you just might be someone that fits inside that group, because the way we do this is together as a team. We follow a system, and we only succeed by helping you succeed. So let's talk
Absolutely.
about what we're really here to share with you. And that's the ultimate biohacker's guide and how you can take control of your own biology with LifeVantage.
And when I told you it's the opportunity of your lifetime, I wasn't kidding. So if you look on your screen now, the new gig economy, and if you're not familiar with that terminology, gig meaning part-time employment stature. So look at Uber. Uber changed the way people get from point A to B, and they did it with this, the smartphone, giving the people that are driving the car more ease, giving them more comfort, and giving the person who wants a ride somewhere way more ease and what? Convenience. Airbnb allowed people that had spare rooms that were previously collecting dust to become entrepreneurs with their smartphone, because people that book hotel reservations, most of them do it online on their phone. It just capitalized on taking somebody with a need, somebody with something to offer, and marrying them together in this gig economy. Why does that even matter? Because the world is going to a workforce of part-time employment, which leaves people looking for other things. Facebook changed the way human beings communicate when 2.4 billion people on planet Earth communicate using this device, and most of them do it on their cell phone. It's 30% of the human race uses this every day. And Amazon, let's just face it, they changed the way people purchase. People want convenience, and e-commerce is taking over everything. That is just a point. Why do we even set the stage this way? Because we run our global business with this as well, and you have the ability literally at your fingertips.
Yeah, and it's so cool because this is not the only new technology out there, is being able to build a business online using your cell phone, right? There's all kinds of new technology, including in the health and wellness field. Did you know there's something called Nutrigenomics? This is actually where you can take control of your own DNA for an optimal outcome. Who wouldn't want that, right? So nutrigenomics is the scientific study of the interaction of nutrition and genes, especially with regard to the prevention or treatment of disease. So we're going to be sharing a lot of third-party validation with you tonight, including the Today Show. They said the latest trend in nutrition isn't a fad diet or newly discovered supplement. It's your DNA. Fox News went on to say nutrigenomics is changing everything. Where we once thought we were powerless is now an area over which we have at least some control. The ability to use nutrition to affect our genes means that we're no longer at the mercy of our DNA. So this new technology of nutrigenomics is going to be a projected market of over $17 billion being spent there because people want to have control over their wellness. And that's by 2023. And guess what? We're at the forefront of this movement.
Seriously. So now we have choices using nutrigenomics. And maybe that's a word you're hearing now for the first time. It's just a more common sense approach to take control of your body. Well, we are familiar with, though we may not have ever categorized it or phrased it as hijacking. It's something we do involuntarily most of the time, but it has a bad outcome. So like, how about the jobs that we go to? People are working 2 and 3 jobs and putting their body through physical nature that it wasn't prepared for. And as a result, they're struggling with that. Well, how about the emotional toll that comes with you've got a week left in the month and you just wrote your last check, or there's no value in your bank account anymore. It causes this emotional stress. How about biochemically? Just look in your pantry on the labels that you're buying. If you can't pronounce it, you probably shouldn't be putting it in your body. So that's just an understanding. You already have a frame of reference. But what about this biohacking thing? Maybe you don't even know what that word is. And again, you're hearing that for the first time. Well, let me tell you, you're already a biohacker, or you know someone. If you've ever been given the choice, would you like supersized fries and a Coke with that? Or would you like apple wedges in a bottle of water? If you've ever picked apple wedges in a bottle of water because you know it just makes good sense, you're a biohacker and you didn't even know it. That's literally what we're doing here. We're taking control, as Marci said, of our own biology, but we're doing even more than that. We're optimizing our true genetic potential. You've seen the 23andMe, and everything is based on genetic testing, right? That's not your potential. That is, your lifestyle will designate your potential along with your genes, absolutely. But when you apply a little common sense and you learn some practical approaches, you literally can change your DNA for generations. That's truly what we have in becoming the best version of yourself using, and again, this thing called nutrigenomics, which is the science of how nutritional compounds and natural compounds affect your body as a whole.
So let's watch this short 2-minute video that's going to explain 2 of the technologies that LifeVantage is bringing to the market.
Yes.
Take a deep breath. Hold it. Now gently exhale. Ironically, while oxygen is necessary for all human life, it is also the element that is at the root of the aging process. That's because oxidative stress, which is a toxic level of reactive oxygen in your cells, is one of the primary causes of cell damage and the adverse effects of aging. It's almost as if your cells were slowly rusting from the inside. There's no stopping the process, but as with rust, there are ways to slow it down, to inhibit the aging process, and even reverse oxidative stress. It's called Nutrigenomics, the science of using nutrition and naturally occurring compounds to affect gene behavior and attack the root causes of aging. Another root cause of aging is the depletion of mitochondria in your cells as you age. Mitochondria that are the powerhouses or engines of your cells. Nutrigenomics delivers a one-two punch that creates stronger cells that are better equipped to fight the effects of aging by using the NRF2 pathway to help the body produce more antioxidants and using the NRF1 pathway to boost mitochondrial production, which inhibits the aging process and increases the energy level in your cells. Aging is inevitable. The rust comes back. The engine loses some power. But now we don't have to take aging lying down. LifeVantage's study of nutrigenomics fights the root causes of aging to help people look and feel younger naturally. LifeVantage, at the forefront of nutrigenomics.
Wow.
That's so awesome. I'm so excited to share these products with you that are going to help you look, feel, and perform better. And what's really exciting is that we're not going to ask you to spend any more money than you're already spending. There's actually a $600 billion being spent in these 6 different areas where our products fall. Anti-aging is over $300 billion. Skincare, $121 billion. Hair care, $85 billion. How about pet care? We all love our dogs, our cats, our horses, whatever animals you have, but $85 billion is spent on dogs alone. How about our energy? $50 billion is spent on all kinds of different things that people think they're getting energy from. And then weight loss is well over $37 billion being spent in this market.
So let's talk about where this story began for our company and literally for the scientific understanding of biohacking. It started with Protandim NRF2 Synergizer, where 5 plants, literally 5 herbs, you can see them at the bottom, when combined together in the proper ratio, like a recipe, creates this reduction of something called oxidative stress, which you might not know what that is. If you've ever cut open an apple and seen what happens when it starts to turn brown, you've witnessed oxidative stress or rusting of metal. This is it happens in our body too, but our body fights back. These 5 herbs in the precise combination lower that stress in your body by 40% in the first 30 days and goes on from there. But why? It supports the natural cellular repair because as we lose cells, we gain new cells. We are constantly replenishing ourselves every day, and it makes that process much more efficient. And here's really my favorite part about this. It's been proven by the National Institute on Aging to be the only natural supplement to extend life by 7%. 7% is massive when it comes to a human population. And I want you to look at the bottom right corner. Third-party validation. I'll talk more about that and why it's so spectacular. But this is where our story started. But it's not where it ended. It continued to get more valid as scientists, doctors, and researchers started to prove what they suspected. You can now go to pubmed.gov. You see it right there. It's the largest repository of published science in the world. It's where doctors, scientists, and researchers go to do their research. If you type in, type in the name of our product, Protandim, there are 25 peer-reviewed studies done at universities like Harvard and Virginia Commonwealth University and The Ohio State University, and published in prestigious medical journals like the Journal of Free Radical Biology and Medicine, or the Journal of Circulation, which is the Journal of the American Heart Association. We're talking big-time science, guys. But for those of you who science really doesn't matter, or it's kind of over your head, how about the practical approach of media coverage? NBC did a program on it. It was on the cover of the Wall Street Journal. The Today Show, as Marci previously mentioned. ABC News did a primetime piece that Marci will discuss later. PBS did a thing called Health Quest, and Dr. Phil came out with Donny Osmond as a guest, and Donny Osmond talked about this miracle breakthrough called Protandim that he took every day on live TV. So, this is a business, guys. We told you that in the beginning. There's 7 patents to protect the intellectual property of your business, which is incredible. But let's talk about the sister product. It's kind of like the 1-2 punch, the way you heard. Protandim, the NRF1 synergizer, 5 additional natural ingredients. But what does this do? It improves the cellular energy. Because one thing that I know, every morning, it becomes very apparent how many people are in lines at coffee places that have a deficit of energy. But that's not the kind of energy we're talking here. We're talking the reason for their deficit of energy. Their cells aren't producing what they could. This product turns that around by improving that system, boosting mitochondria, which are like the engines of your cells, if you can imagine that, increasing the energy inside your cells where the need is. And there's the third-party validation again, BSCG. It stands for the Banned Substances Control Group. You might not know what that means, but you've seen professional and Olympic athletes that have been suspended when they take a product that does not meet this approval, and the NSF is the gold standard for consumable products. So this is where it started. Then we are now talking about digestion. Maybe you guys have heard of probiotics. Maybe you're using probiotics. It's not what you eat, it's what you digest that's important. That all comes down to the bacteria in your intestinal tract. We have a product called ProBio that puts normal, healthy bacteria back, but not by taking tons of it. Because if you look in the bottom right corner of your screen, only 4% of it gets to where it's going anyway under the conventional method. So if you've ever purchased probiotics and taken them, 80 or 96% of it is usually neutralized by the time it gets to where it's going. But how about if there was a way to improve that? We figured it out. We made it round and we put a coating on it so that 60% gets to where it's going. That's 15 times more powerful. So guess what? You don't have to spend as much money for way more benefit. That is our ProBio product. And then our last product, and what I call our Daily Core 4. There's many more products to come. But this last product here called Omega Plus, we're dealing now with brain health, we're dealing with heart health, and we're dealing with overall health. It comes from the omega fatty acids that are in your body, or in most cases, that aren't in your body. It's the omega-3s and the omega-7s that we're focusing on in the presence of vitamin D, which would allows your body to absorb it properly. But what do most people associate omega fish oil with? The fish part of fish oil and the burps, the stanky burps that come along with it. We figured that out too. First, we start with pristine fish from deep water oceans where there's no pollution. We do this with GPS and what we call boat to bottle purity. But we also take and we harvest this and we process it before it gets rancid. So even if you do burp, it doesn't taste like fish, even though it's fish oil. Try me on this. Challenge me on this. It's actually lemon flavored burps.
Awesome.
Who wouldn't want that? But if we're talking about the heart, the overall body, and your brain to round out this Daily Core 4, which we call our vitality stack. So we're dealing with the cellular repair and efficiency, cellular energy, so you don't have to seek it elsewhere, healing your brain and your heart and your overall body. And then more importantly, you remember what grandma said, you are what you eat, but it's what you digest. We've come to find out. So there's our Daily Core 4, which we call our vitality stack. Now let's get into the magic. I'm going to pause here and regain my composure because this product right here is literally a game changer.
It is.
Because it gets into your brain circulation. It passes through what's called the blood-brain barrier. But this is smart energy. It's not stimulant energy. It's brain chemistry balancing energy. Why? How would you like to have better focus and concentration? How about this? A better mood. Do you realize how many people have a mood issue and that's why they go to their doctor because they're depressed or they've got bipolar disorder? We're dealing directly with the mood. And I'm not talking about treating. I'm talking about removing the cause in the first place by helping improve mood by dealing directly where it counts, the brain. This is brain food. It reduces mental fatigue and brain fog. How about 2 o'clock in the afternoon after their lunch wore off and you're like, you're not real productive. You walk into a room, don't remember how you got there or why you're there. This is the kind of stuff we're talking about. And for people that this matters, it's clean. It's low calorie. It's low carb. It's vegan. No artificial colors, flavors, or sweeteners. It's GMO free. It's gluten free. And if you have kids that have focus and concentration issues, we also have a decaffeinated version so your kids aren't bouncing off the walls. And again, look at the bottom. Banned substances control group approved. It's a big deal, guys.
So awesome. All of our products are awesome. But this is one of my favorite systems ever, our Physique Smart Weight Management System. Seriously, right? So in combination with that core 4 of products that Dondee already mentioned, and working together with a healthy diet and exercise routine, guys, you got to get your body moving. This is going to help you with weight management. So to help you get to where you want to be and then manage that perfect weight for you. So we're going to be talking about 3 different products that combine in this system to work perfectly for you. The Physique Prebiotic is amazing. It helps you to feel less hungry. It's also the food that's going to help your probiotic work the best way. Our Physique Fat Burn, this is one of my favorite products that we offer actually. It targets the difficult fat, the fat that hides up inside around your organs that can also cause disease. And it actually goes in and like breaks it down so that you can start using it as energy throughout the day. I love this, love this. Then our Physique Protein is the 3rd of the 3 products in this system. This protein powder is so good. It's actually banned substance control group certified as well. There's 18 grams per serving of protein, so it helps you to feel full longer. And this is actually going to help you promote building more lean muscle mass. So that's our Physique Smart Weight Management System. And then moving into True Science. Okay, we have 2 different areas we're going to talk about here, and it's all got to do with your confidence, all right? So they call this a beauty system, but I just call it a skincare regimen because guys don't like to think they're using something for beauty. But it's very important for men and for women. So what this does is this actually allows your skin to activate its own natural abilities to heal itself, which means if you have, blemishes or wrinkles or that kind of stuff, it's going to help you mitigate those. It's going to help you reduce those. It's going to help you look younger on the outside while the core 4 is helping you feel younger on the inside, okay? It's also going to be protecting you against those environmental assaults of the weather that you're dealing with, of what's in the air with pollution, all of that kind of stuff. But how about having younger looking skin, smoother skin, more luminous skin, more hydrated skin, and doing it with a skincare regimen that is rated a number 2, super clean and green, good for you, good for the environment on the Think Dirty app. More third-party validation for us. And that actually carries into our True Science hair care system as well. So super clean formula on Think Dirty. We are 1s and 2s. Oh my gosh, you go out there and you check what you're using right now on the Think Dirty app, and I'll bet you are like I was kind of disgusted in how unhealthy it was for me and how bad it was for the environment. So ours is super clean and green, 1s and 2s. We just earned an amazing award for best scalp treatment, because what I have to tell you about a hair care system is if you do not focus on the scalp, and if you aren't making sure that you have a healthy scalp, you will not have healthy hair. By focusing on having a healthy scalp, you will have less hair breakage, increase in hair shine, increase in hair volume, reduction in scalp dryness, and reduction in the hair frizz, which none of us want. So you've got to get your hair care system today. And then for our 4-legged family members, for dogs, this is Protandim NRF2, formulated specifically for our canine family members. Not only is it going to help extend their lives, the healthy part of their life, it's going to give them a shinier coat, increased playfulness, more energy, sometimes I don't know about that, right? Our puppy, oh my gosh. It helps to support joint health and hearing and eyesight. Not to mention that this is the only product on the market formulated for dogs to combat oxidative stress or that damage that increases the rate at which they're aging, which means shortening their lifespan. We increase your dog, your family member's lifespan. It's pretty awesome.
It is awesome. So there you go. There is our entire catalog of products. Right now, we will constantly be expanding it, but take a look at that. It's extremely impressive, from the Daily Core 4, our True Science skincare regimen, our True Science hair care regimen. Unbelievable. And the Think Dirty app, if you're not familiar with it, download it, get comfortable with it, and look around your house and use it. Our Pet Tandem product, our smart brain food, Axio, and then lastly, our weight management program, weight management, not weight loss, physique. And look at the intentional spelling, smart, physique with IQ. That's called branding, guys.
Yeah, and make sure that you get with the person that invited you to this webinar and find out how you can get all of your products with free shipping.
Yes. So it's as simple as this. Choose your level of biohacking. If you want to start out as a rookie and just start off with getting less oxidative stress to your cells, we've got Protandim NRF2 that can do that. If you want to go all in, baby, we've got the entire catalog for you. So just get back to the person who invited you, let them know what level of biohacking you want to partake of.
All right, so now we're going to get into the business side of this webinar. So where did we start? The name of our company is LifeVantage, and we've been a company since 2003, had our products on store shelves, that Protandim NRF2 product, but it did not sell very well because people did not understand the technology, okay? But in 2005 is when that ABC Primetime investigative report aired, and almost overnight, we had almost $5 million in orders. But being a small company, we didn't have the capability to fulfill them all. And so it was like over out of sight, out of mind type thing because it's a really long back order. And back orders are bad for business. But what did end up happening is we got phone calls from scientists and researchers around the world wanting to do research, studying our completed product, that Protandim NRF2, and seeing how it would help in the reduction of the diseases that they were studying. And that's where all that science has come from that you can find at pubmed.gov. So we decided that we had to get our product into people's hands in a more efficient way. That's when we decided to go into direct sales or network marketing in 2009. And we went from like $9 million that first year to now over $200 million that we are selling via word of mouth in network marketing. We've been publicly traded since the very beginning. We're currently on the NASDAQ. Ticker is LFVN. Please go check us out because you are going to see from last year to now, massive increase in growth. And we're looking forward to more of that being led by a corporate leadership that has well over 100 plus years in network marketing experience. They are ready to take LifeVantage to $1 billion company. And we're ready to go with them.
Yeah,
don't you think?
Absolutely.
So this is currently where we are working. These are the countries. The top 2 rows are the markets, the 16 countries that we are working distributorships and product shipments. By the end of 2019 fiscal year, we will also be open in Greece, Ireland, Belgium, and France. So we have global expansion going like crazy, mind-blowing. But where we start is with a global customer program with these new countries. As you can see, the bottom row there, this is actually where people can order our products, have it shipped directly to their door, and start their biohacking experience. We're also doing this in mainland China for customers there. So being a first-time network marketer, I knew that I had to be able to be part of a team with a proven system that I could just hop in and do what other people had done to be successful, because I've never done this before. I'm sure many of you can relate. So I had always had a dream of having a laptop lifestyle. I want to travel. I love to travel, and I'd love to be able to do my business from wherever I'm at. LifeVantage is actually taking a step up and above beyond the laptop lifestyle. They are implementing social sharing through a LifeVantage app that they've created that we can use on our smartphones. And so we can actually run our international business from wherever we have cell service or Wi-Fi service. I love it. So cool. Seriously. But keep in mind, this team is there for you to connect with, but you're in business for yourself, but you'll never be by yourself. Our company puts together amazing training to help you become a professional. We have systematic regional and corporate trainings every single month somewhere near you or online, because technology is amazing. You can learn how to be successful and to build a leveraged income. But keep in mind, you get to take control on your terms, whether it's in the very small nooks and crannies, if that's all you've got in your schedule, into a part-time basis to where you can then move into a full-time, have choices and options in your life. So moving further into the system, this is the website that comes with every distributorship with LifeVantage. This is part of that proven system. This is the free replicated website where you can share information on the products, the science, product labels, how about on the company, upcoming events, and what it's like to be a biohacker. back on the easy peasy checkout system for customers, and it makes building your business as easy as 1, 2, 3. Seriously, this online shopping portal, how about if you've had a conversation with some of your prospects, you know what products they want, you can create a shopping cart for them, specifically for them, and then just send them the link. All they have to do is put in their personal information, payment information, and done. Product is sent to their doorstep, okay? Or how about if we make it even easier? Use that online LV app that I was talking about. Their personal information will already be plugged in there and auto-filled into the shopping cart. All they have to do is put in the payment information and check out just like that, and you have a new customer in your LifeVantage business. Super easy checkout. So let's talk a little bit about some of the things that people think about network marketing. Let's disprove some things. So number one, we hear that people don't make any money in network marketing. And here in a few slides, we're going to talk about how people in the middle ranks and low ranks make money in network marketing too, not just the people at the top. So right here is a slide showing you how many billions of dollars each year is spent on products and services in the network marketing arena. 2011, it was $158 billion being spent. And 2017, it jumped up to $189 billion. On average, network marketing companies spend or pay back to the people that share the information 40% of every single dollar. So 40% of $189 billion is a lot of money that's being paid out to network marketers around the world.
Very lucrative.
Yeah, people definitely make money here.
It comes down to timing though, guys. Just like location is the most important variable in real estate, timing is the most important variable in business. And I want to explain it from two different perspectives. That's why you see two curves there. I want to talk about the red curve first. That is called the diffusion of innovation bell curve. Don't worry about memorizing that. It's simply this. How do people deal with change? The answer, not very well. We are creatures of habit. And let me give you a real life example. Back about, a little over 10 years ago when Apple had the audacity to come out with cell phones. They're a computer company. So Ericsson was already on the playing field. Motorola was already on the playing field. BlackBerry was already on the playing field, and Apple shows up and people are like, no, they're a computer company. We're going to wait and see. So when the Apple One came out, 2.5% of people, the Apple devotees, like Marci said, we are, admittedly, we're not in recovery, but we're heading there. We love Apple. We're sold out. We're not. But it's the innovators, the people that are willing to be first, the daring people. But on a percentage of 100, it's only 2.5%. For people that hear it for the first time, they wanted what? Somebody else to have an experience were the people with the Motorola's and the Ericssons. They watched the Apple One. Then the Apple II and the 3 came out. Other people were having experiences and people are like, it's a pretty stable platform. Let's jump in. Those are the early adopters. Look at how it jumps though, 13.5%. Then the Apple 4, 5, 6, or I jumped in on the 5 and we got 8s or whatever they are now. That's the early majority. Look at the numbers. So what am I telling you this for? Why am I setting it up this way? Very few people want to be first, but even less want to be last. But they want someone else to have an experience. They want some information. They want to get somebody else's second opinion. They want to ask the expert. Those are the people, the late majority, check it out, another 34%. So here's the point of this whole entire red curve. If you just watch and you just observe and you stick around long enough and you do the math there, 86% of people will eventually jump on board. That is the frame of reference of having someone else have an experience or time to elapse. We've been a company since 2010. That time has come. More products come out. More validating science comes out. Which now let's talk about the relevance of that blue curve, or the purple curve, the momentum, or what is called the business S curve. It all comes down to timing. Would you like to get involved in Apple stock now when they're a $964 billion company, or how about back in 1983? When their stock was trading at $1.30 a share? When would be a better time to get involved in Apple? 1983. Trust me, I was there and I missed it.
Early.
But here's the point. In this entire explanation, if you see it's all demand, it's a supply and demand. People want more health and better health than they've ever wanted in human history. People want plan Bs as far as financial certainty more than they've ever wanted in human history. You combine the two together in one opportunity, and here we are. But there's a sweet spot, getting involved before everyone else. Where you see that asterisk, that is when you start to see the upsweep called momentum. 80% of commissions and 80% of people join the company in that time frame called momentum, and we're not even there yet. We're where you see early, but we've been around for 10 years. So the risk, the observation has happened. Now is the sweet spot, which comes down to the opportunity for you to capitalize. How do you do it? We call it fast tracking with a pack. Now we've got two options. We have what we call the gold pack option, and we have what we call the platinum pack option. One of them is a little bit more observational. The other one is all in. It depends on where you are. So if you look at the gold pack option, $950 about in products comes along with this $650 investment. What do you get? You get our most popular products. We've got a lot of products. You get our most popular products that people are using to have life-changing experiences, and you get an extra, or you get a ticket to our next corporate training along with that. But for the people that are all in, we have what is called a platinum pack, which is almost $2,000 of product value alone for, a mere $1,250. More of our most popular products and almost our entire catalog. But again, we can't give you all of it because we've got so much, and we want to make sure. But look at the cost of entry. This is a potentially multi-million-dollar business for less than $2,000, less than $1,300. Are you kidding me? Those numbers, we're not missing commas. Those are legitimate because we're publicly traded, as Marci said, but I want you to look at the assets side. This is the bonus. This is the icing on the cake that you don't get with a typical business that you start. How about the corporate people that are working with you to create this dream? How about production? You're not creating your own stuff. You're not making your own stuff. Quality control that is leading the industry. Shipping. Nobody's making home deliveries. No. Customer service. We have an entire department devoted to serving your customers and your business. Website, IT. We have top-notch people creating the free website that you get along with this business and the IT department to keep it running. Advertising, marketing, legal and compliance. All of that is covered. All of this is included with your minimal investment of $650 or $1,250. The accounting department, so that our checks get where they need to go, and they're good. And the events and promotions, unbelievable, guys. This is a world-class opportunity for less than $1,300. That's the highest end. So how do you make money? It all comes down to this. Well, if you've been listening to our product benefits, you're maybe thinking of, well, Aunt Sally could benefit from that, or the neighbor next door's dog could benefit from that. There's these products. Names are going to pop into your head. Please don't discount those names. That is your network of customers that just need information on how to get these products into their hands. They're not even interested in the business because they just want the benefits of our products. You make money off of those people. But how about the people that are looking for a side job? How many people do you know that are driving Uber? They're looking for other ways of making money. They're getting resourceful. How about owning their own destiny? Those are the network of distributors, to business partners that you could be working with. Well, how do we make money? We literally get paid weekly. This is kind of analogous. You put in a 40-hour work week, you get a paycheck the following week, right? You're kind of used to that. We have bonuses called Smart Start bonuses. We have launch bonuses that you put in a little bit of time, somebody does some effort, you get paid for it. We're used to that kind of an approach. The mind-blowing part is the monthly payment. It's called residual income, where somebody helps you in business, then they help somebody, then they help somebody. Now you've got a network of people that are all buying products and helping people build a business. That's where royalty commissions come in. Why is that important? Well, if you ask Michael Jackson and Elvis Presley's estate, which are now making more money when those people have passed on than they ever did when they were alive, that's called royalty commissions. It's when a network of good, we're not recording albums, and I don't know about you, I can't sing like Elvis, and I definitely can't dance like Michael, but what I can do is share information with people who work with other people who work with other people and create a network around the world that is blessing people. That's the royalty commissions. And we have generational matches. Because whether you've heard it or experienced, one of the things that is the criticisms of network marketing is people don't help each other. Well, we created a generational matching bonus to incentivize people to do just that, help each other. And then it goes even a step further. To help teams of people help everyone, we have what is called an elite bonus, which is 4% of global revenue sharing on literally every single product that is sold around the world, whether it's in your organization or not. is split among the top 4 ranks of our company to get people to work together as a culture. That is what our product, our entire company is founded on. And we love to give free gifts away too. Our My Life Venture program, we give $25,000 gifts away, like free Jeeps, or just awesome. How about a $25,000 check as an extra incentive to go build your business. So that's how we make money. Well, let's talk about how far can we take this, because maybe you just want to make a car payment or enough to pay your car payment or the insurance, or how about your mortgage? I want you to focus on the left side of this chart. What you're seeing now is called our income disclosure statement. If you look at the monthly average, because we are a publicly traded company and this is a legally binding document, we want you to focus on real numbers. So everybody can be average and these numbers are legit. From our distributor making $13 a month on average, to our Master Pro 10s making $99,000 per month on average, to our executive Master Pro 10s making an average of $110,000. Now, I don't want to overwhelm you, but I challenge you to pick a number in that column that resonates with you, or that simply would make it worth your time to get involved. Because most people, well, the vast majority of people that do this start out part-time. Like Marcia said, fitting it into the nooks and crannies of their life. But I want you to focus on the first highlighted number that you see there, which we call our Pro 3. An extra $580 a month working part-time, which is almost $7,000 a year. What would that do to your family budget? An extra $7,000 working part-time with a team, following a system. Like Marci said, it's life-changing. But let's say you do this a little bit longer. Most people can achieve that in the first 6 months to a year. How about the Premier Pro 5? $2,500 average per month, or an extra $30,000 a month. Again, working part-time. Most people can achieve that in 2 years or less. What would the next 2 years mean to you if you could focus on and follow a system of support with people encouraging you to make an extra $30,000 2 years from now? Would it be worth your time? That's a decision you and you alone can make. But Marci and I are partnered, and we've built a Pro 9 business, an elite Pro 9 business. And I'm not saying that to impress you or to brag. That what comes out of this is helping people. Yes. The more people that you help achieve what they want, the more financial security, the more financial payment you get. And that's the challenge. It's open to you. And everybody has done this in the last 10 years or less.
That's amazing. Seriously. So what we've done, guys, is you cannot unsee the information that we just put into your hands. We've just given you another option. Most of us have been given that one lifeline option, meaning from the day that you're born to the day you die. What do you do with the time in between? The traditional plan that we've all been taught and trained on is the 40 to 50 plan, meaning the first 20 years you're going to spend growing, learning, and making the decision of what career or job you're going to get. And then you're going to work for 40 to 50 hours every single week on minimum for a minimum of 40 to 50 years for someone else, helping them build their dreams so that you can earn a living to, at some point, hopefully being able to retire, to be able to live your life the way you want to. Just who knows how many years you're going to have to be able to do that. But with the option that we've given you, the LifeVantage Lifeline option, the first 20 years are exactly the same, but you're going to make one more decision. You're going to start up your LifeVantage business, which is an asset, by the way, and it is willable for generations, okay? So what you're going to do is that you're going to make the decision that, okay, for 5 to 10 years, in my nooks and crannies or part-time, I'm going to build this leveraged income stream where at the end of that time, I'm going to hit whatever goal you set on that income disclosure statement that Dondee just went over with you, so that you can have that additional income stream. And that is going to give you another choice. You can either keep doing what you've been doing as a job or a career because you love it, not because you need it to pay your bills. Yes. Or you're going to quit that thing, do this thing full time, and take it as far as you want to, helping masses of people change their lives, and then being able to live the rest of your life, however many years you've got, 30, 40, 50, 60, we're extending life, remember? Living your life with who you want to, doing what you want to, wherever you want to, no matter the cost, because you made this additional choice. Because you always have to consider that you can never depend on a single income stream, and that it takes an investment of your time, your energy, and financial to get started doing that. And why not do it with a company like this? We don't believe in just helping the people around us. We believe in leaving a world legacy, LifeVantage legacy. And these are just some of the organizations that we've partnered with over the past 10 years, making the world a better place in all of the different corners. Currently, we're partnered with families, helping families where we raise the money and then go down to Mexico to build homes for people that would never be able to have a home of their own. So we're super excited to be partnered with a company that has that type of integrity and desire to help the world. So guys, we are so thankful that you spent this time with us. Please, please, please get back to the person that invited you to this opportunity overview and thank them. They cared enough to share this information with you. And then be honest. Let them know on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you fall? 1, you're ready to get started on the products because everybody needs to be extending their life by reducing the damage inside their bodies. 10, you're ready to get started on building your leveraged income. We want to help you do that as soon as possible. My hair's driving me crazy right now. Sorry, guys. But please just let them know. If you're a 6, 7, or an 8, let them know what you need to see or hear to help move you up the scale so that we can help you get started building your leveraged income with a LifeVantage Lifeline today. Seriously. But again, guys, thank you so much for spending this time with us on this Tuesday night. Thank you all for plugging in, whether you're on here live with Facebook or on Zoom. We appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And this isn't for everybody. So if you turn out that this doesn't work out for you, the products may not interest you, the business may not interest you, who do you know that could really be blessed by these products or this business? Please reach out to them because referrals are, it's again, sharing is caring. And if you share this information with somebody and it changes their life, they might forever be indebted to you. Yeah, have a wonderful night. And thank you all for spending time with us. Love you guys.